Well, there didn't look that much danger, Alex. You know, Sheffield United were keeping a really good shape, but a good ball into the box, and Mark O'Brien gets the ball onto his left foot, a good strike, and it just dropped to Perez, and he's not going to miss from there. So a welcome return for him, a welcome goal, but it is that comfortable possession that Leicester have, and they're building up that flow, and they're enjoying the game. So going to be difficult for Sheffield United now, and that's how it happens in Premier League football. You know, the other end, Oliver Burke gets an opportunity, doesn't take it. Leicester get an opportunity, and Perez does.
Only Jose Perez's second goal in his last 24 appearances. Well, Sheffield United had started the game well in the first 5 or 6 minutes. Leicester slowly but surely have begun to take control, and now they have a goal to show for that territorial domination. Sheffield United staring down the barrel of yet another defeat. It will be their 10th in 11 games at the start of this Premier League season. Still plenty of time to get back in it, but given the few goals that they have managed, Chris Wilder's men, over the campaign so far, you can't make much of a case for anything other now than a Leicester victory. Sheffield United still haven't had a shot in anger. Here's Fleck trying to change that over the halfway line, away from Tielemans, and plays it down this left hand side. Lowe with a deep cross to the far post, but nobody really there to attack it. Justin, I think, was going to watch it out of play, but was then aware that Baldock was rampaging on that right hand side, and Sheffield United have it back. Basham with the cross, and Albrighton side foots it behind for a corner, having got the shout from the goalkeeper Schmeichel.
Well, a good reaction by Sheffield United, getting into Leicester's half, and I think the theme for them is getting balls into the box to make Leicester defend, and but they need to get more bodies in the box to capitalise on them opportunities. So a good reaction by Sheffield United after going 1-0 down, but they need to stay on top of this game. They need to stay within the game, and maybe capitalise on these set pieces, because like you mentioned before, Leicester are not the best at defending set pieces this season.
Yeah, this might well be Sheffield United's best hope of a route back into the game. 26 play, 1-0 Leicester lead. Lundstrom with a corner, and it's headed in, and they are back in the game, and Ollie McBurnie has ended his 15-match goal drought, slides on his knees in celebration. Sheffield United, having conceded the opening goal to Jose Perez, hit back almost immediately. McBurnie with a header. It is Sheffield United 1, Leicester 1.
Well, we were hoping for goals today, and we've got two in the space of 5-10 minutes, but really, really good delivery, an excellent header, and Ollie McBurnie will need that. You know, he was the record signing. Strikers need to earn judged on scoring goals, but a really good header and a great reaction by Sheffield United. So hopefully we're in for a good game today. Both teams look like they can score goals.
Leicester's lead lasted only 3 minutes. Ollie McBurnie,
great header,
with a bullet header into the corner. Leicester conceding from a set piece once again in the Premier League this season. It's been their Achilles heel, and just a response that Chris Wilder would have demanded. Sheffield United 1, Leicester 1.
I think with Leicester, they just missed that dominant presence. You know, a Wes Morgan at centre half attacking the ball. I think that may be the issue from the set pieces.
Soyuncu's been a big loss, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's an excellent player, really is, and he actually loves defending, which is nice to see from a defender in modern football. So they have missed him.
I think Sheffield United need to get a bit closer to James Maddison, who is just starting to run the game from midfield for Leicester. Here he is again, halfway inside Blades territory, out to the left, and Mendy. That goal doesn't seem to have knocked Leicester off their stride. Tielemans rolls it out to the right, and Fofana, and Albrighton now with a chance maybe to cross. Blocked by Lowe, only as far as Fofana. Tielemans to his left takes over, and then tries to slide the ball forward to Maddison, who made a really good run. Tielemans couldn't find him, and a foul by Tielemans against Fleck as he tried to win the ball back. It will be a free kick for Sheffield United.
Sheffield United's shape's really good there, you know, waiting for a Leicester player to force the ball, to try and slide the ball in between the defenders, and then when Sheffield United intercept it, can they break on Leicester to create opportunities? So no, it's been a good start to the game, entertaining game after almost half an hour in.
Chris Wilder deep in conversation with Alan Neil, his trusted right hand man. Two very experienced managers. Chris Wilder, I was reading, preparing for this game, has never been sacked, Dean Hammond, as a manager. It's some record to have on your CV.
It really is.
Here's Vardy, right corner of the penalty area, waiting for support, hammers his cross against Egan, and Sheffield United will clear it upfield now via the left foot of Keane Bryan. Johnny Evans with the towering header, picked up now by Sander Berge, and here comes Basham over halfway, loves to get forward. Chris Basham, those overlapping centre backs that Chris Wilder likes to deploy. Jose Perez, last Premier League goal was against Sheffield United. Obviously likes playing the Blades. He was the man who opened the scoring for Leicester. Looks a bit ominous for the hosts at that front, but they hit straight back with a goal from the corner. 1-1 the score. As we move into the final 13 minutes of the first half, don't forget you can tweet us this afternoon. Let us know where in the world you are listening at TalkSport Live. Schmeichel, the Leicester captain, prepares to take this free kick, just scraping the mud from his studs. The former Premier League champion. He plays it out to the left-hand side, but over the head of Christian Fuchs, and out for a Sheffield United throw. Sheffield United waiting for their first win against Leicester in 12 and a half years, since a 7-minute hat-trick from James Beattie gave them all 3 points. As Ramsdale clears upfield for the Blades, but it bounces out of play on halfway, and Albrighton will take the throw for Leicester. Who'll be the happier of two managers, do you think, Dean?
If I'm honest, I think Brendan Rodgers would be happy the way Leicester play, but for Chris Wilder, I think to get that goal, you know, they've not scored many goals this season, to go 1-0 down, to react how they have, I think Chris will be very happy. You know, Sheffield United have held a good shape. They're playing with his energy, trying to press Leicester. So I think potentially he'll be the happier manager, just because they've reacted well and got a goal back and they're back in the game.
Players are using the yellow winter ball this afternoon. It's a chilly afternoon in South Yorkshire. Certainly it's been a cold start to the season from the home team, but on level terms here with Leicester attacking down the left-hand side with Maddison. Back into the centre circle where Johnny Evans just scoops it out to the right-hand side, and Fofana Comfortable coming forward for Fofana. And he might be used again here by Tielemans on the right hand side. Fofana into the feet of the Leicester goal scorer Perez. He was trying to pick out Albrighton, but Max Lowe did well and tries to set Sheffield United away on a counter attack. He was looking for Oliver Burke over the halfway line, but could only find Johnny Evans. And here's Fuchs now for Leicester, who finds Tielemans inside the centre circle. Patient build up again from Leicester. Fofana out to Albrighton, gives it back to the central defender. And then Johnny Evans switches the play to Fuchs down the left hand side. It's a good ball into Maddison, just stamps it out to that far touchline, and Justin. Maddison again here in possession, but he's back to goal, plays it into the centre circle, and Evans takes over. Fofana's pass intercepted by Sander Berge, who then shoves Perez needlessly to the floor. It's a free kick for Leicester, and I'm not sure Sander Berge really needed to do that.
No, obviously it was a good interception and a poor touch from him, and just give a silly free kick away. But good shape again by Sheffield United. You can hear Chris Wilder shouting on the side for Oliver Burke to stay high up. When they win the ball, they want to break quickly with that ball over the top, the ball in behind, to use his pace. So they'll be happy with Leicester having the ball there, playing sideways, playing backwards. So be interesting, a bit of a chess match at the moment. Who can open each up first?
Well, Maddison is going to take the free kick. The vanishing spray has been applied in front of a one-man wall, and the Oliver Burke protecting the penalty area. Maddison, the dink delivery, good header away by McBurnie, who's gone down inside the 6-yard box. The referee has to stop play because it's a head injury, and that will allow treatment to be administered. I'm not sure there's too much in this, but sensible play from Ollie McBurnie as Leicester were attacking. Watching a replay now, maybe Justin coming at the far post just caught McBurnie in the face. Well, that could have been a penalty, you know.
Oh, yeah.
John Egan grappling with Tielemans, and for me, he appears to drag him to the floor, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does there. It's a little bit over-aggressive, a little bit soft from Tielemans, but, you know, modern day football, you're not allowed to do that anymore.
I wonder if David Coote at Stockley Park will be taking a second look at that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they review that, if they speak to the referee to have a look at that. But yeah, a little bit over-aggressive by Egan.
McBurnie looks a bit dazed, just being patched up by the Sheffield United medical staff. The referee Atwell keeping a very beady eye on proceedings. I'm watching a replay of the Sheffield United goal. Really good delivery from Lundstrom, and the header down and into the corner from McBurnie.
I mean, it's interesting there, Alex, because there's no players on the post. You know, when I played, it was always set pieces, always put players on the post. You know, Mark Albrighton tried to get back, tried to recover, but if there'd been a player on the post there, he would have cleared the opportunity. But a really good header, and what he needed, because he needs to get up and running with some goals this season.
Well, the referee is just bouncing the ball down for Aaron Ramsdale, so presumably David Coote, the VAR, didn't see anything wrong with that piece of wrestling from Egan, and play will restart with Ramsdale launching the ball forward. McBurnie plays it back into the centre circle, and Fleck, who's away from Mendy just nicking it away from Fleck at the last moment, as I think he was about to pull the trigger from long range, and not a great clearance by Albrighton. Lowe with the ball drilled into the area, couldn't beat Johnny Evans, and here's Tielemans with the chance to attack, and he's been caught from behind by Lowe, and I think that will be the first booking of the afternoon. Stuart Atwell, who's dished out the most yellow cards in the Premier League this season, brandishing another. Max Lowe, the first booking of the afternoon. It was a cynical challenge, Dean. Yeah,
I think it's just a cynical challenge, like you say, a clever challenge to stop Leicester breaking. Did he need to do it? Potentially not. You know, he's on a yellow card now, so difficult for him for the rest of the afternoon, but he knew exactly what he was doing. 7 of Sheffield United's 9 defeats this season have been by a 1-goal margin. Plenty of 1-0s in there, really just showing that they have been in every game but have lacked that cutting edge. McBurnie with a goal this afternoon, counselling out an early opener from
Jose Perez relatively early in this first half. 1-1 the score with 6 minutes of the half remaining.
Well, it does just show, Alex, that they're close. You know, if they're losing by the odd goal. I remember when I was at Leicester the first year we was in the Premier League, and we were losing games by 1-0 and staying in there, and we just held on to that belief that if we could tweak something, we could change something, that we could start winning games, and that's what Sheffield United need to keep believing, that they're still in games every match. If they can get a couple of more goals, then they can pick up a few more wins.
And you were written off, weren't you, at one point as well, Leicester, that season?
We definitely were, and that's why they labelled it the Great Escape. I mean, we won 8 out of the last 10 games to stay up, so, you know, it was really against us. You know, Sheffield United are only 10 games in, so still a large part of the season left. So you just have to keep believing that they're good enough, and they are. They proved that last season. It's just, and that's why it's the hardest thing in football to do, is to score goals. And, you know, McBurnie getting a goal today will really add to his confidence, and if he can get a few more, they're a decent side, Sheffield United. They really are.
Here is Fofana for Leicester. Tries to play the ball over the top for Perez, but it goes all the way through for Aaron Ramsdale. Very extrovert character, Aaron Ramsdale. Once attended a EFL playoff final, dressed as a Teletubby, watching a friend of his play for Tranmere Rovers.
I did not know that, did he now?
He's a great lad, actually. Here's Lundstrom playing it forward to Burke, right corner of the penalty area. Chance for Baldock to cross. He tries to play it behind Justin, who was aware of the danger, but Sheffield United still on the front foot here over on the far touchline with Lundstrom. Burke tries to roll it around the corner, intercepted by Mendy, and this is where Leicester can be dangerous because Sheffield United have committed plenty of bodies forward, and Mendy drives towards halfway. Albrighton with the ball forward. He spotted the runner Jamie Vardy. Ramsdale comes out and collects the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box. It was the right idea from Albrighton, not quite the right execution.
It really was, and the years that Mark and Jamie have been playing together, they will have that understanding, and Mark Albrighton does have that quality. It's great to see him back in the team, and just unfortunate, just overhit the pass, but they will be looking for that, because Jamie does have that pace and he's willing to run in behind, and Mark does possess that quality to find him.
Here's Lundstrom bringing the ball down neatly just inside Leicester territory. 4 minutes of the half remaining. 1-1 the score. Basham forward to McBurnie. Those socks rolled down to the ankles. It's played out to the left-hand side now, and Lowe. A good game actually on this near touchline. Lowe been a good attacking option for Sheffield United. Scooted the ball out to the left-hand side, and Brian, and then comes infield. Brian in the area. Good attack that from Leicester. Lowe felt he was fouled off the ball. Referee allows play to continue, and here's Perez finding Maddison, tries to nod it on first time for Vardy. Egan there first, and he volleys it clear right-footed. Goal for Leicester before half-time would really knock the stuffing out of Sheffield United. Here's Tielemans with an almost nonchalant ball out to the right, and Mark Albrighton. Albrighton to Fofana. This is Evans inside the centre circle. The former Manchester United defender, been linked with a return actually to Old Trafford. Johnny Evans, I think his Leicester contract is up at the end of the season.
He's been brilliant, a brilliant signing for Leicester. He really has, and I can see why they would be interested in him, because of that experience, and there isn't that many experienced defenders around with his quality at the moment, especially on a free transfer.
Fofana forward to Perez. It could of course just be his agent putting the story out there to try and get a better deal. Here's Perez. Maddison's got space, edge of the area. Pass into him was poor, still alive. Perez across the face of goal. Ramsdale was a bit hesitant, and in the end Sheffield United managed to clear the danger. Justin coming at the far post, who just put the ball back into the 6-yard box, and Sheffield United a bit fortunate there to get it away. Here's Tielemans. Good end to the half from Leicester. Sheffield United having to defend well here. And you can hear Chris Wilder urging his side forward, asking Max Lowe there to get a lot closer to Mark Albrighton, who's crossing from the right hand side, punched away Superman style by Ramsdale. And then McBurnie and Evans grappling for the ball, and Evans has done well to win it. Just on the right corner of the 18-yard box. He wanted Albrighton to make a run ahead of him. Comes infield instead for Maddison. might switch the play out to the left-hand side, and Justin. And now it's played back to Tielemans inside the centre circle. Tielemans with the ball over the top for Albright. A good run from him, but the pass was slightly too far in front of Mark Albright, and it's cleared away by Lowe. That's the ball that Leicester have been trying to play all afternoon, Dean, in behind the Sheffield United defence. It
really is, because Lowe has been attacking down the left-hand side for Sheffield United.
Well, he could be in trouble here, Max Lowe, because he's just brought down Albright, and from behind, I think that's a yellow card. If he's not already been booked, I think the referee goes to his notepad.
100%. If he'd not had a booking, that would be another yellow card.
I mean, he makes no attempt to play the ball, Max Lowe. That's a really silly challenge, having just been yellow carded. I think he should be off.
Yeah, he's a lucky boy. Really lucky. Silly challenge. I think that just shows the experience of a younger player coming through and building his career. But yeah, lucky there. You're right there, Alex. If he hadn't have been booked, 100% that would have been a yellow card.
Well, we're in Fred territory now, aren't we, from midweek? One more tackle from Lowe in the second half, and he will be off if he mistimes it. Here comes Maddison with a free kick into the last minute of the first half. Not a bad delivery, but headed away by Brian. Still, they put the pressure on here, Leicester. Evans with his back to goal, out to Justin, whose shot is bravely blocked by McBurnie. It's been a real all-action performance from Ollie McBurnie in this first half, not just the goal. Really putting a shift in for his team. Sheffield United 30 seconds away, plus stoppage time from going in at half-time on level terms. But Leicester really trying to turn the screw here at the end of the first 45. Fofana. Out to the right, North Brighton. Into Perez, who's got space to turn on the edge of the area. Finds Maddison. Albrighton hugging that right touchline. Tielemans now over the top for Vardy, but too close to Ramsdale. And we are in now to added on time at the end of the first 45 minutes, of which there will be 2 minutes. Sheffield United 1, Leicester 1. Jose Perez putting Leicester in front, but Sheffield United almost straight from the restart, equalising courtesy of a header from McBurnie. It's been a really watchable first half, actually, Dean Hammond.
It has. It's been a really, really good game. A really interesting game. Leicester have probably been a better team. Obviously had a lot more possession, but Sheffield United will be pretty happy. They've had a good shape. They've played on the counter-attack, and they've scored that goal that they've needed. And they just need to concentrate and see this half out now and go in at 1-1.
Here's Perez, though, trying to get Leicester back in front. Maddison in the area. Maddison shoots. He's hit the same post that Vardy struck. Ramsdale beaten all ends up. And for the second time in the game, Sheffield United saved by the woodwork. Here's Maddison again, up against Lowe, who can't dive in. Albrighton crosses, and it's turned behind by Sander Berge for a corner right at the end of the first half. So close, Leicester, there to getting themselves back in front. It was a great strike again from Maddison.
It was a great strike, and he's hit that so well. Good build-up play, very patient, good strike through the ball, and the post has saved Sheffield United again. And maybe they're just getting that stroke of luck that they've not had all season, and they can go in at half-time 1-1 and relax and rebuild and prepare for the second half.
Just watching it was a short corner they took. Maddison's gone down in the area. Sander Berge again was clumsy again, didn't get much of the ball from that tackle.
Yeah.
Maybe Maddison went to ground a bit easily for the referee's liking.
Yeah, maybe just a touch too easy. I don't think that's a penalty, but again, a little bit clumsy. A little bit too aggressive, especially in the box, and especially just before half-time. But yeah, just not quite enough in it there for me to give a penalty.
Well, VAR agrees with you, and there is the half-time whistle. Well, it looked ominous for Sheffield United, given their dreadful start to the season when Jose Perez volleyed Leicester in front on 24 minutes, but only 3 minutes later, Ollie McBurnie with a header from a corner, his first goal in 15 matches. Leicester have twice been denied by the woodwork. That Sheffield United goal leading a charmed life at times, but at half-time at Bramall Lane, it is Sheffield United 1, Leicester 1. You're listening to Premier League Live.